Ripa of Live asks, "Are you okay?" before making Mark Consuelos feel worse following an awkward on-air gaffe. Following an on-air gaffe, Ripa of Live asked husband Mark if he was alright during a recent episode. It seemed like Mark had forgotten the name of the hockey player he was picturing. Kelly and Mark discussed a few of the day's topics early in the episode. "Extremely exciting news for Patrick Lundqvist," declared Mark. Kelly said, hesitantly, "Okay." He was speaking of Henrik Lundqvist, a former professional ice hockey goalie from Sweden. Mark corrected himself, as if realizing his error, saying, "Henrik Lundqvist." Kelly asked her husband, "Are you okay?" with a hint of concern in her voice. Though he laughed, Mark responded, "No, I'm not okay." His wife went on in a frustrated tone, "He's been on this show. You've conversed with him." He announced the hockey player's induction into the Hockey Hall of Fame as he carried on with the segment. Kelly recently posed a question to the audience on Live with Kelly and Mark, what got into them. When the two hosts entered the room, the audience was raucous. And now, to kick off the show, here are Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos, stated Deja Vu, the host. Walking out arm in arm, Kelly, 53, and Mark, 52, waved to the audience. "Oh my God," could be heard from Mark as he turned to face the audience. The entire crowd was standing and giving the live hosts raucous applause. Upon surveying the room, Mark noticed that every person had stood up. "Hi everyone, and welcome to the show. November 13, 2023 is now. Greetings." Rolling up her sleeves, Kelly said, "This group is crazy today," Mark told his spouse. "They're crazy. What possessed you all?" Kelly queried. The audience applauded and laughed as Mark introduced the day's first topic. On the same program, Kelly criticized online commenters who make assumptions about her eating habits. The hosts talked about longer films and how some theaters are considering adding intermissions. Kelly told the audience, "Hollywood is now calling for intermissions at theaters." She then said that in order to see the second half of the film, you need to purchase additional snacks. Kelly laughed along with Mark and the audience, raising her hands and repeating the phrase. "I don't want to hear about how I'm supposed to put, what are the chocolate-covered peanuts called?" Kelly asked, turning to face her husband. "I don't want to hear about how I should put the goobers and the raisinettes in the popcorn and mix them together. Because I intend to spend the entire day trolling Instagram. You ought to give it a go. SHH, SHH, yelled Kelly. Kelly had already called out the live audience on Monday's show for their response. The host described the audience last Friday as lusty. Kelly and Mark played the game Stump Mark, just like any other show. The hosts then switched to the daily game after discussing the day's topics. "All okay. You're all aware of the time, right?" Kelly polled the assembly. Kelly and Mark talked about the answer as the game's logo appeared on the screen.